Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Duquitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. So there's noise in the background. So what? So it's rather ironic that as I am getting ready to do this podcast, all of a sudden there is an email that pops up on my computer, and you probably could hear that in the background. And so here I am. I'm getting ready to record today. There's a couple of podcasts I want to do. There's some really cool thoughts that have popped into my head that I want to make sure that I share. And as I was getting ready to sit down, well, actually stand up and get rolling on the podcast, there was a lawnmower outside that was cutting grass, and then they were doing like weed eating and all this other stuff. Now, this had happened earlier today, so I got frustrated because I'm like, well, I don't want that in the background. And it was right here at my house, so it would have been really, really loud. And yet, it's just like two houses over, and I could tell there's still going to be feedback here. You're still going to hear this. And it got me to thinking, literally, I just sat down. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sitting down and I'm recording. That's it. End of story. It's not, if you've been listening to me to any period of time, you know that I'm not worried about the background. I'm not worried about a click here and there. Like, what I'm more concerned with is getting information out. What I'm more concerned with is some way, somehow adding value to your life. And if it just so happens that there is a clicking in the background, then so be it. If it just so happens that there's a lawnmower outside cutting, so be it. And look, even like this drives my coach crazy, the coach of my podcast, Coach Nick. And I'm doing this today. I'm recording this podcast from a microphone. He was thrilled to death when I got this microphone. I think he actually even did a backflip. And he was so excited that I got this microphone and this little thing that goes over the top of it so it doesn't have like feedback and stuff. I have no idea what the name of these things are. But he was thrilled when I told him about this, and he even noticed like the immediate change in the quality. And yet I still do podcasting from my headset of my headphones that have a microphone on them, and just plug it in my phone and I go. And I like to do that because I might be on the run, I might be in the car, and you've noticed this before, like all of a sudden you hear the car in the background. You've noticed this before where you probably could tell that I'm walking around while I'm doing the podcast. And I love that freedom of being able to do it. And then I went and bought this, and I thought, but you know what, if I'm at home, what I will do is I will make every effort to do it with great sound clarity from this particular microphone that I'm using. Now, why is this so important? Because today what I let happen is I let the external, I let the lawnmower and the weed eater stop me from doing what I normally do. And so I prolonged getting it done. And again, it happened earlier today too. So twice in the day, I thought, oh, well, you know what? I really don't want the lawnmower in the background. I don't want that to, take anybody away from the message that I'm trying to share. And that would be a total bummer. And the thing is I realized, like, how freaking insane is that? The point is the message. That's the point. Whether the message is delivered to you through crystal clarity from, I don't know, a Bose sound system. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. But if it's delivered to you through some level of a high quality sound system, or it's delivered to you through a headset, it doesn't freaking matter. What matters is that you hear the message. What matters is that you take action based on that message. And what matters is that you get a result based on that. And what I've prided myself in, especially over the course of the years when I freaking found myself and stopped worrying about what other people think, is I would do videos and I don't care that I'm doing them in the morning and my hair looks a mess, while other people get all cleaned up first and then record. Watch, you'll see me do it. I do videos in the morning where it looks like I just rolled out of bed because I don't care, because what matters is the message. And I would do it out of my headset because I don't care, because what matters is the message. And then I will occasionally do it out of this because it's kind of cool to sit here and I have this little microphone staring at me and it's just wanting me to talk to it. And it's just like something different. I know it'll give you a different experience because maybe there won't be a lot of background noise. Maybe there actually is. Who knows? Maybe this microphone is giving you more background noise. But what I do know is that in this particular instance today, and I used to do this in the past when it would come to like videos. I'll give you another example here with videos. With videos, I would worry about my children coming home. And if they came home while I was recording a video, I'd get very upset if they came in and they tried to like talk to me and hug me and love on me. And it's like, even as I hear myself say it now, I'm like, what a schmuck. But that's what I used to do because I thought it had to be perfect. I thought that you had to see this beautiful image of who I am. I am an awesome dude. I do no wrong. And at the end of the day, that wasn't really me. Now, let's make this very clear. I am an awesome dude. So let's make that part clear. But I was a douchebag back then because I was more worried about what you would think, that it wouldn't look professional if my kids walked in. And so as today happened, I reflected on that moment. And as today happened, I thought to myself, and I'm literally getting stuff ready for a little trip that we're taking. I thought to myself, okay, no. This is crap, man. I'm going to sit down and do the recording because it's the message that matters. And then I started thinking about this in relation to your life and my life, is that how many times in life have we done this? That we said, no, I'll have to wait until later because the conditions aren't right. I'll have to record later because I don't want the noise. I'll have to record later because my hair doesn't look right or because it's not quiet enough in my environment. Right? And so it's, I can't go work out because I can't find a babysitter for the kids, but yet you could take a walk with the kids around the neighborhood. You don't have to go to the gym. Like we find these external situations and we allow them to stop us and keep us from doing the things that we know need to get done. And so for this, when I look at this podcast, like it needed to get done. I deliver Monday through Friday. If you've been listening to me any period of time, you know, Monday through Friday, you are getting Commit and Go. And so it wasn't going to stop me from doing it, but it was going to prolong getting it done, which ultimately it becomes a distraction in my life. As opposed to I take the action and I'm done and I'm ready to go. So where in your life, when you look at your life across body, being, balance, and business, where are you using excuses to keep you from getting something done? In your health, it's super easy, right? I'll start tomorrow. I don't have the right ingredients. I need to get a trainer. I need to get a babysitter, which is all crap because all you have to do is walk outside and take a few steps. Is it in your spirituality? Maybe you want to start meditating and go, oh, well, the circumstances aren't right. You know what? Twice a day, folks, I do it with my kids in bed. We lay in bed and meditate at night. That is how the boys fall asleep. I sit there and just wind down as a result of it. You can do this anytime that you want. If it's something as simple as meditation, I'll start praying when the boys get to be a little bit older so they can understand what the hell we're doing, as opposed to you can teach them at any age at all, you could be praying and your children can see what you're doing because that creates an imprint upon their brain of a habit that you are doing that they will eventually start to do. Or you look at your relationships and you say, but we can't do date night right now because we can't find a sitter. But what you could do is you could plan an in-house date night. And when the kids go to bed tonight, you could sit and pull out a tray and the tray's got flowers on it and crackers and cheese and wine or something that allows you to just take a moment and appreciate the person that you love. But no, we find excuses and reasons for it not happening. Oh no, you don't understand. The kids went to bed later tonight. And so you're going to blame your kids for you not being able to get intimate with your spouse. That's just a bunch of horse shit. So what do? You make it a priority. And when you make it a priority, you say, you know what? No more excuses. I need to take this action and stop letting the external environment dictate if I'm going to do something or not. I'm going to have an in-house date night with my spouse tonight. And then you look at business and how many times you have to have team meetings and team trainings. We say, oh no, we didn't have enough time to get that done. We won't have enough time to do that project. We won't have enough time to do that activity. And it all comes back to you listen to yesterday's podcast and it all comes back to you have time. You just don't have the priority. And so ultimately for this, it was going to get done because it's a priority, but I didn't need to let something like that stop me from doing what needed to get done. And what I know as a human race is that when we have these things pop up, we use them as fuel to the fire of excuses. We use those situations as fuel to the fire of your excuses, and they actually give your excuse more momentum, and you allow it to stop you from doing what needs to get done. I am asking you today to consider this, that exactly what it is that you need to do. You are like literally one action step away, which means moving away from excuses and moving towards the action. That's it, folks. Move away from excuses and move towards the action. So what is it that you want in your health? What is it that you want in your relationship? What is it that you want in your business? What is it that you want in your spirituality? You are literally one action step away from course correcting and getting yourself moving in the direction of accomplishment. And for some of you, you are literally one action step away from complete explosion, or are you an action step away from implosion? One is an outward expression of, woohoo, look at me, baby, I'm kicking butt. The other one is literally a meltdown. The implosion is a meltdown. So I encourage you today to just stop, take a deep breath, and just look at your life. And where is it that you are letting the guy cutting the grass stop you from doing what needs to get done? And you say, no, that does not work in my life anymore. I'm stepping up and I'm going to start playing bigger. And here's what that looks like. No more excuses. Action. I am a person of action. Hence, commit and go. That's all I've got for you here today, folks. Hey, if you haven't already, please head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. I would be incredibly honored and appreciative if you would just go over there and rate, subscribe, and or review to this podcast if you haven't already. And then finally, hey, Summer Splash 2019 is amongst us. I am doing interviews right now. So if you're interested and you want to interview for this and just have a conversation with me, it's going to be a strategy session where we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about where you are and where you want to go. You're going to get off that call with action steps that you can take. Like, period. Action steps that you can take. But that's also going to tell us if we think that we can work together. And if you decide you want to work with me in the Summer Splash Mastermind, awesome. I'll tell you what that entails. And if not, cool. You're still going to have action steps that you could take to blow it up in this summer. So that's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.